What's going on, everyone? I appreciate you checking out this Fallout 76 nuking experiment. In this one, we're going to be seeing what happens when we nuke Deathclaw Island. This has been highly asked for in the past, and I can see why. A lot of you are hoping for a boss fight. If there isn't a boss fight for a Deathclaw, there definitely should be somewhere. So just making this video could maybe chain react that idea to be implemented into Fallout 76. As you can see, I'll just show you a few comments from the past. I wish you could nuke an area and spawn a boss Deathclaw. I would call it King Claw or something. Would be nice, eh? I don't know about it exactly being called King Claw, but it would definitely be nice to actually fight a Deathclaw boss. A giant Deathclaw, like the size of a behemoth or something. That would be insane. Also, as you can see, here's another simple comment, for instance. They should add a Deathclaw King fight. Yeah, that might be only 2 comments that I'm going to be showing you of players wanting a Deathclaw boss fight, but I'm sure I could find other comments as well of players wanting that kind of fight. I mean, a lot of players were suggesting me once again to nuke Deathclaw Island. What I'm trying to get at is the community would love this to happen. Bethesda, if you're watching this, please consider adding a Deathclaw in-game boss fight. Or hey, maybe some of you that are watching this, if something specific doesn't exactly happen, maybe suggest it to them. They do take in the community's suggestions, so it could be a possibility in the future of this actually being in the game if nothing particular happens from us nuking over here. And yes, I realize that we can't exactly nuke Deathclaw Island's marked location. However, like some of you have mentioned in the past, for instance, this comment for example, try nuking just above Deathclaw Island green zone and see if you can clip the island that way. Also, another example here, as you can see, if you can't nuke Deathclaw Island, what about that place right above it that's outside the zone? Maybe the blast radius would bleed over, and that is a possibility. The blast radius could potentially hit part of the island, making it so it would chain react the Deathclaw on it. I mean, in a previous episode, we did nuke over at Point Pleasant, and we found out something pretty rare, that the Mothman eggs actually do mutate, and you can get raw crimson flux from them in a nuke zone. And as we know, Mothman eggs aren't really around on the map besides at Point Pleasant. There may be a few other locations, I just don't know about them. The only location that I know that you can get Mothman eggs are at Point Pleasant, which is in the green zone. I don't know if you all have seen that episode, but it was really interesting. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what happens when we do nuke over here at Deathclaw Island. Let's see if it does chain react anything for science. Alright, so the nuke is touching Deathclaw's island. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
It's touching it. I was going to try to get it a little bit more closer, but let's see. I accidentally double clicked A. Let me see, is it touching it? Yeah, it is. It's touching part of Deathclaw Island. I was going to try to move it a little bit closer though. Okay, so let's see what happens. It's about to launch. I'm hitting part of the island.
Yep. If the second one spawns, you're gonna be really lucky. So
Let's see if it affects it.
okay.
A little laggy.
Yeah, that's laggy. I'm gonna put my power on.
Oh, the cars just exploded right in front of me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. So yeah,
Okay.
part of Deathclaw Island is hit. Pretty much as I can get it hit. If the Deathclaw's there, don't take it out if it isn't mutated. This is going to be interesting to test, even if the Deathclaw isn't mutated. If we can, oh my goodness. I can't make it across in power armor. Oh no, I'm going to get, the Brads. Oh no, I'm dead. Someone already killed it?
No, I don't know. No,
Okay, that's what happened.
Someone did. I haven't been over there. I don't know if someone's over there. There's 3 people.
Yeah, I'm on over
They
here.
probably
I just
killed it
took
already,
the-
huh?
I didn't. I just got here.
It's not good. Maybe it died from near the nuke. The second Deathclaw can spawn right.
This is in the radiation now, a little bit, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Wait, it will respawn. I think it's like 20 minutes. So I'm gonna dashboard. You me do that?
Sure, let's try that. Yeah, we can just wait it out too. I mean, I'm interested in seeing if we can lead the Deathclaw into the radiation, if it'll just mutate into a glowing one. Because if so, we could lead some creatures into a nuke zone, you know?
It'll be cool if it glows.
Yeah, can you stand by me? Yeah, nice. I got rad sponge.
Yep, I'm coming. You know, I was helping my friend through the abandoned waste dump to get him through the enclave the other day, and we found a level 90 chameleon Deathclaw in there.
That's
It's in the
over
mine.
by Tanagra Town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've hit that location before. Yeah, they do turn glowing in there.
So someone took me to that set. It made me solo it.
What would be awesome if you had to like, if we had to fight like a giant Deathclaw on Deathclaw Island?
Right.
Yeah, you can. Deathclaw King or Queen or something.
Deathclaw
Yeah, I
matriarch.
mean, how hard would that be for the developers to actually implement?
In
It would be
Fallout
like
New
the-
Vegas, I know it wasn't Bethesda who made it, but they had plans on making a giant gecko, basically. Oh, Deathclaw spawn.
What? Where?
It's just right over here in the nest. It's just a normal one.
All right, so let's try to lead them over here. Let's try to lead them over
Everyone,
here. Too many
they killed
players.
it.
Of course, dude.
But in New Vegas, the developers who made it, Obsidian, they wanted to include a giant gecko and more or less
Yeah.
have it be Godzilla, you know, and it would have been the hardest enemy in the game.
That would be awesome if they actually did
The bird
something
fly.
like that for a boss like Scorch Beast Queen.
Yeah.
You know, where the whole server has to go and try to take it on. That would be freaking scary. Imagine a giant Deathclaw like that chasing after you to hit you with
Yeah.
its claws.
Like a behemoth-sized Deathclaw.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Another thing
reminds
they
me-
could possibly do, because it is canon, is intelligent Deathclaws. And I don't know if you know, but in the mire, there is actually a random encounter spawn where you will find a dead Deathclaw that's called the Traveling Merchant.
Yeah, that was a glitch. That actually has been patched. Yeah. I remember.
When was it patched? Because I just ran into it like a week ago, at most.
What? I remember seeing the video, and the
Yeah.
person who made the video said this was
It's,
a glitch.
you know, it's not a... No, it's not a glitch. It's intentional, but it only spawns dead, you know? Like, it's fully intentional. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
random
it's a
encounter.
random spawn. Yeah, I've had it happen to me too, but it was already dead.
Yeah, it can only spawn dead.
But there's also a traveling merchant that
Yeah.
spawns there, too. And I
Oh.
just thought it was a visual
Like
glitch.
Did
No,
you
it's
know the
definitely
boss?
intentional, but, go
I
ahead,
mean, it
Jackson.
could be possible. Aren't there some intelligent Deathclaws?
Yeah, on the West Coast, there was a vault. I think the Enclave made them, I can't remember. But there was a vault of intelligent Deathclaw. There was a lot more variations of Deathclaw on the West Coast as well.
That's crazy.
Oh, that reminds me.
Yeah, so let me see. Where did I see that traveling merchant Deathclaw? It's over by the mire. I think it was near the Route 80. Route 65 sign. Is that where you saw yours?
Mine was
By the dam?
about. No, it was about right where you see the 108, right just south of Harper's Ferry. Probably about right here where the railroad crosses the highway.
So you saw a traveling merchant Deathclaw there.
It was right there. It spawned, and there was a Deathclaw matriarch fighting some robots over its body.
Yeah, I have seen that before. I actually seen a video about that a long time ago. I thought it's been patched out of the game.
Yeah, no, that's no, it's fully intentional. So it brings the question: is Bethesda wanting to try to do something with intelligent Deathclaws, perhaps? Since they have, they've got one that was a traveling merchant, meaning it was smart enough to know just not to attack everything and trade.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about. I don't have green thumb on, but there's some cobalt over here if you want it.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need any right now.
And some violet.
There was smart super mutants too, if I remember.
Too bad I don't have any of the stuff.
Well, yeah, we could just
stabilized
think
it.
about Graham. Graham's.
Yeah. Oh no, there's more intelligent super mutants than just Graham.
They're like
Like, for
Marcus,
example,
I think.
there's Fox and
Yeah.
Uncle Leo in the Capital Wasteland. There's
I
Marcus and all the others in the in Jacobstown.
Since we're on this topic, I'm kind of curious on who Graham's creator is because he talks about
He comes from
Smarty.
West Tech. He comes from West Tech. All these supermutants.
He always talks about Smarty, so I wonder who his creator actually was.
I'm not sure, but yeah, yeah. But he definitely would have come from West Tech.
His intelligence comes from a human person. A human person
Yeah,
experimented
he
on
was.
He
He
was.
was clearly someone from before the war, because the more pure the Deathclaw, or not the human is, the less radiation they've been encountered to or exposed to, the more intelligent the super mutant will be. In Fallout 1, I think it was, is the Master, which was a different,
Yeah.
it was like a complete abomination from the FEV, who I'm pretty sure he was a Wastelander, but he created an army
Yeah.
of intelligent super mutants.
He was a human before.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone, all super mutants were humans before.
Huh. That. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I have to say, I learned some new things out of just us conversating in this episode. But yeah, I guess that's going to be wrapping up this one. Hopefully, you all found this enjoyable and you learned something new out of this, even though it was a fail, unfortunately. Hey, it was worth a shot. After all, this series is all about experimenting with ideas to see if something could happen. And who knows, maybe some of these ideas could chain react developers to implement into the game. After all, they are listening to our feedback. Maybe not all of our feedback, but you never know what they may take into consideration and actually add it into Fallout 76. Oh, and by the way, to cut things short because this went on for quite some time, we did figure out that you can't lead creatures, specifically this Deathclaw here on this island that we tested with, into the radiation zone and mutate them. You're going to have to actually hit a nuke on top of where they spawn at. You can't lead them into the radiation zone and they all of a sudden become glowing. But yeah, I'm out of here though, everybody. Thanks for taking the time, watching and listening, and hopefully you found this enjoyable. Until next time, peace.